Gunshots.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. Good late morning to you guys. Got another great show lined up for you guys this morning. We will be double streaming today. So make sure y'all get back here at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure y'all get back here at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, where we will continue with our normal programming. But this morning, I want to talk about this, man. So before we get into it, let me know if y'all can hear me clearly out there. Any of my lovely lady mods that's in the building, anybody that's in the chat, drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly so we can get right into this. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly out there. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I see you guys can hear me. All right. Shout out to y'all. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Let me get over to the chat and shout you guys out before we get into it. Get over here and shout you guys out before we get into it. Shout out to my guy, Seth's son in the building. Peace, my brother. Good to see you. Good morning, Scorpio. We got a lovely lady mod in the building. Good morning, Scorpio. Great to see you. Appreciate the pull up. Shout out to Young Reyes in the building. What's up, Young Reyes? How you doing? Seth's son says black people have no friends. In addition, all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. Keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind. Shout out to Seth's son in the building. How you doing, Queen Shay? Shout out to Miss Queen Shay in the building. Good to see you, Queen Shay. Shout out to you. Shout out to Miss Nikki in the building. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? One of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. A top lovely lady mod that always come through and hold it down. Great to see you. Great to see you, Nikki. Good morning to you. I hope all is well. Salute to my guy, Self University on a pull up. Salute. Salute, my brother. Great to see you, man. L Sparks to infinity. Peace and love, my brother. Good to see you, man. Shout out to my man Astral in the building. Salute, Astral. Shout out to my guy Third in the building. What up, Third? Salute, my brother. He says, as the old saying goes, a fool and his money shall part ways. Yeah, we're going to get into it today. Third. See who else is in the building before we get into it. Shout out to my guy Bucket in the building. What's good, Bucket? Good to see you, my brother. Salute to you, man. Day one supporter right there. Salute. Shout out to my guy Fierce Soul in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute. Shout out to everyone that's on a pull up. Make sure you double tap your screens if you're here through the vertical feed. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Share the show. Because we need to have this conversation this morning real quick. As you can see, Black, rich, and dumb. Yeah, we just go ahead and we just gonna go ahead and get to it. Black, rich, and dumb. Black, rich, and dumb. See, today we're gonna talk about how Floyd Mayweather got scammed by his business partner. Now I know some of y'all may be saying, "Oh, DS1, why you making this into a big thing? People get scammed by their business partners all the time." But see, here's the reason why we're going to talk about this today. Because see, when you have Black influential people, right? Black successful people, right? Who run around and claim they don't owe Black people nothing. This is what come out of y'all unsuccessful people mouths when y'all defend bozos like Floyd Mayweather. Y'all always say he don't owe nobody nothing. Rich Black people don't owe poor Blacks nothing. You know, the nigga mentality, right? But as soon as these niggas get robbed, get scammed by people who are not their people, now all of a sudden we need to cut the Black man some slack. This is the problem with niggas. See, it's cool to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. Let me say that again. It's cool to be a nigga. You know, the nigga that wear Gucci every day, the nigga that wear Louis, the nigga that's flashy. See, it's cool to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. See, now Floyd done found out he ain't nothing but an illiterate nigga. To these people, to these small hats, because there's always a nigga kissing a small hat's ass. Because just in case y'all didn't know, that's the key to getting rich. See, a lot of y'all think you can get rich just by going to work every day. No, you can't. No, you can't. To receive the level of riches that these people have in the industry, you have to sell your soul. You have to be connected to a small hat. There is no becoming rich through hard work. There is none of that. That's bullshit. See, we're going to go ahead and dispel that myth this morning. Everybody that like to tell you you can get rich off hard work. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can live comfortably off working hard and knowing how to budget your money and live in a certain way. You can live comfortably, but ain't no getting no rich. Ain't getting no rich. You're not gonna be worth 10, 20 plus $1 million and you haven't sold your soul. See, these are the facts now. See, now we starting to understand that all these niggas done sold out. All these Black folk that you see affluent, all these Black folk that you see that got all this shit, all these entertainers, all these athletes, they sold their souls. See, it's no longer a secret. It's no longer a conspiracy. These niggas sold their souls because all you got to do is look at who's behind them. You're going to always find a small hat. You're going to always find a small hat. Just look at any black successful man that's rich. That's rich. That's an athlete. That's an entertainer. Just look at them. Even the ones that are not athletes and entertainers. They're connected to what? A small hat. This is why you see on a thumbnail the small hat Negro connection. Because that's their connection to wealth. It's through the small hats. It's through them same group of people that gets you to sell your soul. See, this is what a lot of y'all don't know. It's them same group of people. These are the same group of people that tell you F the hood, never go back to the hood. Those are not your people. Those are not your friends. We are your people. We are your friends. Ask 50 Cent. Soon as 50 Cent blew up, what's the first thing he said out his mouth? F the hood, man. Ain't nothing going on in the hood, man. F the hood, man. Soon as 50 got rich. Y'all don't pay attention to the blueprint, AKA Jay-Z. You don't see what they did with Jay-Z? Huh? Marcy Projects still got king-size rats running in people's apartments. But he was a part of so-called putting a stadium in Brooklyn. But the old women who can't move out of Marcy Projects still got to fight rats off their stoves. This is Jay-Z. He's connected to who? The small hats. And you wonder why the hood ain't never changed. You see, this is why they go get token niggas like Floyd Mayweather. They go get token niggas like Russell Simmons. They go get token niggas like Jay-Z. They go get token niggas like Diddy. Because they're being paid not to help their people. That's what they're being paid for. See, this is what y'all don't understand. They're not being paid for what they do. They're being paid for sellout, for selling out. Why do you think it's called selling out? They get paid for this shit. They get paid a lot of money. They get paid to make us believe that they're living a lifestyle that they're being sponsored to promote. This is why you're starting to see a lot of our black entertainers, they're dying broke. They're dying with nothing. Because the small hats are going to take it all back. Because they're the ones who gave it to them. Because they gave this stuff to these black people to convince us to live a certain lifestyle. You see? That's what all of this is about. Little do y'all know. You see? This is why now all of these people who sold out their people, they're all falling. They're all falling. They're all being exposed. They're going to jail. They're losing their money. They're losing their influence. They're losing their companies. They're losing their homes. Why do you think we're seeing this? It's because these people took oaths with the devil. This is what these people have done. Floyd Mayweather is no different. Floyd Mayweather was in bed with a man by the name of Jonah Recknich. Jonah Recknich. An Ashkenazi Jew. These are the Ashkenazis. Small hats. Axe a Nazi. That's what I call Ashkenazi Jews. Axe a Nazi, because that's all they are. The Ashkenazi Jews are Nazis. Axe a Nazi. Axe a Nazi. What can I do here? And that's what all these niggas do. They axe a Nazi. What do I have to do? This is what Floyd Mayweather does. This is what Rick Ross does. This is what Jay-Z does. Diddy, all these niggas axed a Nazi. They axed a Nazi. Africa Bambaataa axed a Nazi, right? Diddy axed a Nazi. Russell Simmons. All of these guys are connected to small hats. LeBron James, small hat connection. What is his small hat connection? It's through Jay-Z. The Rock Boys. The Rock Boys. That's his connection to the small hats. You know who else was a rock boy? Carmelo Anthony. You know who else was a rock boy? Chris Paul. These are rock boys. Rock boys. They down with the what? The Ashkenazis. The small hats. See, there is no black affluency without the connection to the Ashkenazi. This is what you don't, this is what you black folk don't want to realize. See, y'all want to be on here talking FBA all day, but you don't want to talk about why FBA will never be as strong as it's supposed to be. It's because of the small hat Negro connection. A lot of these people are fake FBAs. They act in FBA until they get approached by a small hat, until they get offered a deal, until they get offered a deal. Why you think I played that song by Rick Ross? Nobody. That was the remake of Biggie. If you go back and watch the video of the song I was just playing by Rick Ross, in the video was a depiction of his ritual into the hip hop industry. Go watch the video. In the video, he's doing an Illuminati ritual in the video where they have to bury you alive in a casket. This is an Illuminati ritual that Rick Ross is doing in the video. He's following Biggie. He's a devil worshiper. That's why these guys have the access that they have on earth to the things that humans hold near and dear to them. See, I told y'all this a long time ago, family, that the devil only gives you access. So when you look at these black folks who's connected to these small hats, they all have what? Access to the world's wealth. They have access to this. through their relationship with a group of demons. This is how they have access to what they have. It's not about them staying up late night in the studio. It's not about that. It's not about that. And see, if you ever been to a studio session, right, you will find out that it's a whole lot of stuff going on in the studio besides people making music. If you ever been in a studio session, like I have, I've been in plenty of studio sessions. I've actually been around industry people. And in the most studio sessions is between 8 to 12 hours. Real studio sessions, 8 to 12 hours. If it ain't an 8-hour block, it's a 10 or 12-hour block. And it's all types of shit going on in the studio. If we got a 10-hour block, we probably ain't gonna start making music or getting in the booth till probably the 5th hour, 6th hour. See, it's a lot y'all don't know about this stuff. It's a lot y'all don't know about this stuff. There'll be no Jay-Z without a Leor Cohen. Leor is a what? A small hat. Leor also runs YouTube. So I know you're listening, Leor. Leor also runs YouTube. Did you know that? A small hat runs YouTube. Leor Cohen. You see why you can't play Jay-Z songs on your streams? So connected to Leor. Who you think convinced Jay-Z to go against Dame Dash? Leor Cohen. Todd Moskowitz. These are small hats. Listen to the names. Cohen, Moskowitz, Rechnick, Rosenbergs. These are small hats. This is where they get their money from. The person who owns Luke Belaire, you know, the champagne that Rick Ross promotes and has made that company billions of dollars. His name is Brett Barish. He's a small hat. Brett Barish is a small hat. The guys who run Ciroc, they all connected to small hats. See, I wanted to come to y'all today and to have this conversation with y'all because a lot of y'all, when you see topics like black, rich, and dumb, the first thing you think is a black person hating on another black person. And that just shows how foolish you are, how dumb you are to the game. All this hip hop talk. Do you know what hip hop was started on? Do you know who funded hip hop? It wasn't Negro dollars. It was small hat money. Why you think the small hats are in everything? Who you think convinced Kendrick Lamar to go at Drake? It was Leor Cohen, the small hats. Because Leor, right, is under Lucien Grange. See, a lot of y'all like to talk this hip hop shit, but if you don't know what's behind this shit, you just a fan. You're just a fan. See, if you don't know the mechanics behind the music game, you don't know what this stuff is really about, you're just a fan. You're just caught up in an illusion. Because that's what this music shit is. It's an illusion, y'all. That's what this stuff is. It's not reality. This is why, and I love hip hop, but I'm at an age where I'm grown enough and I've done enough research to understand what this shit is about. So I'm not ashamed to talk about it. Just because I still listen to it, that doesn't mean I don't know what it is. You see? Hip hop was one of the biggest sellout tools for black men. It made y'all niggas in the hood think that that was your way out. That's what that was. And some of you niggas still believe that shit. At 50, 60 years old, you still believe that hip hop is going to somehow help the youth. You still believe that. You still believe it. After all this information out here about all of this being a psyop. Hip hop was a big psyop on the black community. It sold the black community hope that never manifested into anything. Those same black power rappers came back to the hood and was giving niggas packs. Let's talk about it. Those same niggas, them same, shout out to AZ. AZ said it a long time ago. Niggas talk all that God body shit, all that knowledge, wisdom, Islam, all that shit, right? But that shit made niggas drug dealers. When we heard Wu-Tang, what's today's mathematics? Knowledge God. We was outside selling crack. Our uncles was outside selling crack. Our big brothers was outside selling crack. Listening to Knowledge God, listening to the 36 Chambers. They was out there destroying their communities. The music wasn't telling them to uplift their community. See, because them small hats wasn't gonna cut them niggas no checks. That's why that revolutionary shit lasted a very small time. See, y'all love talking about Public Enemy, and that shit lasted, that shit didn't even last a decade. Right out of that Fight the Power shit, niggas was selling dope. Right out of Fight the Power, niggas was selling dope and pimping. Right out of Fight the Power. So don't tell me this shit is not a psyop. Right after we was fighting the power, we was gang banging. Fight the power. After that, niggas was GDs, BDs, Vice Lords, Bloods, and Crips. Right after Fight the Power, niggas was Zulu Nation. Right after Fight the Power. Right after all that shit, we went into nigga shit. So don't tell me, I don't want you niggas to get up here lying to me like I ain't live hip hop. Because you older dudes like to get up here and think you could tell somebody what they lived. And a lot of you dudes are my uncle's age. So this is why I don't talk to y'all, because y'all be up here lying. Hip hop didn't benefit you, nigga. Hip hop was the first reason why you sold crack. Hip hop was why you sold crack, nigga. Hip hop is why you put crack in your weed. That was because of hip hop, nigga. Wu-Tang made that cool. What you talking about? The first time you ever smoked Love Boat, aka Angel Dust. You got that from where? Hip hop. Hip hop. The music made us addicted to these controlled substances. It was the music. But you niggas will get up here and lie. If the music was so revolutionary and so good, why the music didn't get niggas off drugs? Flavor Flav was screaming, "Fight the power," with a crack stem in his mouth. He was smoking crack while saying, "Fight the power." What power? Fight the powers that be. What powers that be? Don't tell me Flavor Flav was fighting a white man. He was smoking a white man. What power was he fighting? Let's be real here. Fight what power? The power of what? What niggas couldn't fight was the power of deception. This is why Floyd Mayweather now. See, now we can ask the question if he can really read or not. Are we sure Floyd Mayweather can read now? Because see, remember when I did the first show, when 50 exposed Floyd, and then he turned around and cleaned it up and said he was joking. And 50 only said he was joking because when 50 says something, people believe it, especially in the entertainment world. If there's certain people, when they say certain stuff, people believe it. 50 Cent is one of them. When 50 Cent came out and told the world, right, that Floyd Mayweather was illiterate and that he couldn't read, all y'all said 50 was hating. And Floyd got so much backlash from it that 50 came back and said, "Oh man, I was joking. Floyd, my man. Me and Floyd do business together. That's my man." Cleaned it up. Cleaned it up. He know that this man is illiterate. You know why? Because that's a common thing in the black athletic world. Let's talk. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's talk. Is that or is that not a fact? That it is common for elite black male athletes to be illiterate. Especially guys from Floyd time. Back in Floyd day, a lot of them niggas got on because of pure talent. Let's talk. Let's talk reality. There was guys, and I'm not even gonna say his name. There's a guy that I went to high school with that literally went to college, got accepted into a college, and he was illiterate. All the teachers passed him in school because he was the star basketball player for my high school. And they wanted him to go to the NBA. They wanted somebody from my high school to make it to the NBA. So the teachers were passing him. The coach used to come to his classes. Me and this guy was in 2 classes together. This is how I know. I'm not making up shit. I'm not repeating something I heard other people say. I watched this in my face when I was in high school. Like I said, I'm not going to say the dude name. I got a lot of people from Brooklyn that's listening. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you know who I am and you know what high school I went to, you know who I'm talking about. Boy couldn't pass a class if his life depended on it. You know who made sure he had good grades? The coach. The coach. And when it was time to take midterms and to take exams, they had people taking their exams for him. These are facts. These are facts. Did that kid ever make it to the NBA? No. He didn't make it past college. He didn't make it past college. The boy was illiterate. See, Floyd grew up in a time where you could skate through the whole system with just being talented. See, that shit been over with. Because now you have to have a certain grade point average. There's certain prerequisites now. See, in Floyd day, there weren't no prerequisites. The prerequisites was, are you talented? Can we make money off of you? Why do you think they put Floyd in boxing? Because Floyd probably had a learning disability from when he was a kid. See, this is another thing they don't talk about that happens to little boys. You sitting there going through your whole life and don't even know you have a learning disability. You don't even know you dyslexic. Your parents don't know you dyslexic because they don't care about education. They care about money. They care about money. So when they had the opportunity to put their child in a place that could get them some money and get them out of poverty, they said F education, which is why I believed from the first time when 50 Cent said that Floyd Mayweather can't read. I believed it. Look at his face. That's why he's so cocky. Because him being cocky and arrogant is his currency. Because he ain't got nothing in his brain. Just listen to how he talk. He talked like he was coached. You ain't never got an in-depth interview from Floyd Mayweather where he really talked about his life and him growing up in school and all that type of shit. All you hear about his boxing beginnings. You don't hear about his life. What school he went to. Was you picked on in school? Was you beating up kids in school? We ain't never had none of them interviews from Floyd. Because the people around him, they make sure, oh, we don't have to promote that with Floyd. Because Floyd brand is being a pretty boy Floyd. So don't listen to what's coming out of my mouth. Pay attention to how I look. You see? And that's the majority of black men today. They don't think about what come out their mouth. They don't care about what come out their mouth. They don't even have sense enough to care about what come out their mouth. You know what they care about? What come out their pocket. Shout out to Tanja in the building. Hey, Tanja, good to see you. Shout out to Miss Tanja in the building. What up, Club? Shout out to Club in the building. Shout out to my brother Ebo in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to Ford Focus. I appreciate the super chat, Ford Focus. He says, if you want to be connected to a J, pause, but really though. Shout out to Ford Focus, man. I appreciate it. You see? See, the poor black man, right? The narrative of the poor black man was to never become educated. The narrative for the poor black man is to go get you some money. I don't care what you got to do. Go get the money and bring the money back home. And this is why we're finding out today of how many black men done sold their souls for money. And this is why the black community don't have nothing. Because they're told by guys like this guy right here. They're told they're not allowed to give shit back to the hood. You could go give some turkeys out. You could go to Walmart and go get a bunch of turkeys and then write it off as a business expense. You can do that, Jay-Z. But you better not fix up them buildings in Marcy Projects. You better not get all the goddamn rats out the buildings. You better not go and fix the parks up in the projects. You better not do that, Jay-Z. See, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't go build them a new pool. You can't go put money and rebuild the rec center and all of that and make Marcy a safer place the way you made it safe over there by the Barclays Center. See, you can't do that. Jay-Z's not allowed to do that. Rick Ross is not allowed to do nothing for his neighborhood, but go back and give shit out. But to go in there and make a significant change, they are not allowed to do it because of the small hats. Because you do know that in a lot of these cities, who you think is in administration? Who do you think is in charge of getting certain permits to get certain shit done? The small hats. So you got to ask them, can you do shit for your people? You can't just do it. You wonder why they never did it? Because they can't. They can't. You see what happened when Kyrie Irving tried to give his people some real information? What they do? They shut his ass down and made him apologize. Because he has what? Small hat representation. Kyrie Irving has small hat representation. Just like Drake does. Just like Kendrick does. You see? See, this is what happens when you sell your soul. See, it's not just about him being ignorant or him being illiterate and him not knowing how to read. It's bigger than that. He did all this shit just to be rich. And guess what we watching, y'all? We watching all these niggas who sold out to be rich. We watching them fall. I told y'all this back in 2023 when I was doing Diddy content. Because remember, I started the Diddy content over here. I told y'all back in 2023 what was getting ready to happen to all these sellout niggas. I told y'all this. What did I tell y'all? I said it's up. It's up for all of them. I told y'all this back in 2023. When the first allegations came out about Diddy, when all this shit was coming out about Tyler Perry, I told y'all it's up for these sellout niggas. I told y'all this. I told y'all. I said it's up for all of them. None of them will be spared. I told y'all this in 2023. And what have we been seeing? What have we been seeing? Pure destruction. Pure destruction. Jay-Z and Beyonce ain't got no house no more. Remember I did the show when they was trying to buy a goddamn house in the middle of a swamp next to Ellen DeGeneres? What happened to Ellen? What happened to Leonardo DiCaprio? What happened to all of these people? Oh, y'all forgot when them houses burned down in the Hollywood Hills. What did I tell y'all? When Hollywood got burnt down, didn't we talk about this over here? Oh, you thought it was over. Y'all thought it was over. It's not over. I told y'all that was the beginning. Y'all don't see all these people dying? Y'all not hearing about all these reality show stars with health complications? Y'all not paying attention? Huh? Oh, so y'all not paying attention to how K. Michelle is in and out the hospital because she having complications because of her BBL and all of the other cosmetic surgery she has. Huh? So we ain't gonna talk about that, right? It's up. I told y'all this. It's up. It's up. Now we're gonna find out what's really going on and what's been going on the whole time. You said I'm going in and out, bro? Hold on 1 second. I'm good now. Yeah, K. Michelle. No, K. Michelle is a fool, but it's a lot of them that's a fool. It's a lot of them. Shout out to my brother Zuma in the building. What up, Zuma? My brother Zuma in the building. Yeah, that estate in the UK. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why is 2 billionaires homeless? Y'all ever ask yourselves this? How the hell is Beyonce a billionaire and Jay-Z a billionaire, but they can't buy a house nowhere? Y'all ever ask yourselves this? Y'all not paying attention? Huh? So y'all not paying attention. Well, let's get to the article. Let's get to the article. Let's get to the facts. See, because you can't call somebody a hater when they providing facts. See, once something becomes a fact, you can't say somebody's hating. See, because then you just sound stupid. You know? Then you just sound stupid. Here it is. Here we go. Shout out to everybody in the chat, too. Look what this says. This is May 26th. This is today. This came out today. Floyd Mayweather was scammed out of $175 million. They took $175 million from this idiot by Jonah Recknich. Small hat. Jonah Recknich and his financial advisors. So they knew that this nigga couldn't read. They knew this nigga couldn't read. They knew he couldn't read. Just like a lot of them older musicians back in the day. That's how they got ripped off. Barry Gordy and all of them ripping all, because them niggas couldn't read. They was illiterate niggas. But you got niggas on the internet telling niggas not to go to school. When you got billionaire black men who cannot read, but you gonna tell kids not to go to school? Let's read it. Let's see. Sometimes the title tells you all you need to know. It tells you all you need to know. Floyd Mayweather was scammed out of $175 million by Jonah Recknich and his financial advisors. So you just running around trusting people with your billions of dollars, and you a black man. This how I know he an idiot. This how I know he ain't got no goddamn sense. This how I know he was raised around dumb, idiotic black men who was only chasing a bag. You a billionaire, Floyd Mayweather. So you just put these people in charge of your money and to watch your money without having nobody watch them? Huh, Floyd? So you didn't have no financial advisors watching them. But you got all these fake ass rappers that like to put in their raps. I got accountants watching accountants. These niggas are lying. How we know that they lying? Because these the people who rob them. The same people who's in charge of their money takes their money. Why? Because these men are illiterate. These black men are illiterate. They're illiterate. They don't know nothing about contract law. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about business. See, they're paid to make us believe that they're businessmen. These are idiots. These are niggas who didn't finish high school, right? Hey, Sin. We got another top lovely lady mod in here this morning. Good to see you, Sin. What up, 18? What's going on? You see? These are idiotic black men. I don't feel sorry for these niggas because you're dumb. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them standing next to this small hat. Comfortable. That's these niggas. This is Jay-Z. This is Jay-Z. This is Kanye West. All these niggas. When they get around these small hats, look how confident they are. Look. Because you're so busy thinking a black person gonna rob you. You're so busy thinking niggas want your money. They're gonna show you who wants your money, nigga. They're gonna show you who wants your money. They gonna show you who don't want you to be successful. They gonna show you. It ain't gonna be your people, stupid. See, that's what they want you to believe. That's the bullshit they fed in your mind. That's so you don't never get out of line with them. See, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know the game. See, they tell you to get away from niggas because niggas want what you got, so you never get out of line with them. Because as soon as you get out of line with them, guess what they're going to tell you? I'm going to send you back with them niggas. And you know why these niggas don't want to come back home? Because they know they neglected home. They know they neglected home. They know they owe niggas. They know that. That's why they don't want to go back. And that's why they will continue to sell out and do whatever these small hats tell them to do. Because they can't come back home. Because they owe. They owe niggas. They owe niggas. They can't look certain niggas in the face that they owe. Because they owe them. These are the niggas they made promises to. That's why they can't come back. That's why they won't go back. They'd rather die in the middle of nowhere. They'd rather die in the middle of nowhere. Because they know what they owe the hood. They know. Because remember, they was talking that Black Power FBA shit before the money came. Remember? Remember? Jay-Z went from being God body to being a Mason. Explain that. When he was broke, he was God body. Talking all that God body shit. When he got that check, he became a Mason. He became a Mason. He started worshiping Lucifer. That ain't in the lessons. God. This is why I don't understand how you God body niggas worship Jay-Z. Because he don't believe what you believe in. He believes in Lucifer, the son of the morning. He don't believe in no black man being God. He believes in the devil, nigga. What you talking about? How you following this nigga? He ain't God body. You know what Jay-Z believe in? Jay-Z believes in what the Nation of Islam believes in. Dianetics, nigga. Which is witchcraft. L. Ron Hubbard. Yeah. How you still following Jay-Z? Talking that God body shit. That was when he was broke. Jay Electronica is a Mason. Let me say that again. Jay Electronica is a Mason. Do you know his girlfriend is a Rothschild? Did you know that? Yeah, Jay Electronica. He's in a relationship with a Rothschild. These are sellout niggas, man. So I don't want to hear that God body shit from none of you niggas. Y'all niggas are sellouts. Y'all talk that God body shit, and then when you get a check, look at Raekwon the chef from Wu-Tang. The purple tape. He married a white woman. This is the same nigga that said, what's today's mathematics, Lord? He married a white woman. He married a Bill Powell. That's what he married. I don't hear none of the gods saying nothing about that. Y'all still fuck with the woo, all that shit. Them niggas are sellouts. RZA is a Mason. He hang with small hats. RZA, he hangs with small hats. That's who he hang out with, small hats. Raekwon is married to a small hat. Oh, but we ain't never supposed to talk about this shit. This shit was supposed to stay a secret. But it's not going to stay a secret, because when stories like this come out, it puts all the pieces together. Because Floyd ain't the only one that these small hats is taking their money from. What you think happened in the Jay-Z? Why you think Jay-Z about to get back on stage and start performing? Because he losing money. All that Douce, all that shit gone. Ace of Spades, that shit gone. That shit is gone. Because didn't I tell you Jay-Z was next after Diddy? I told y'all. I said, this is back in 2023. I told y'all. I said, Diddy ass is grass. He's not coming home the way you niggas think. He's not going to be able to pay his way out of this. I told you niggas this. I told y'all this. It's 2026. He's still in jail. He's not coming out. It's not going to look the way y'all think it's going to look no more. And who did I tell y'all was next? Jay-Z. That nigga been running since 2023. He's been running. He's been on the run. Him and his wife. I told y'all this. Small hat connection. What do you think Jeffrey Epstein? Man. Oh my goodness, man. Who you think Jeffrey Epstein is? Jeffrey Epstein was a small hat. But y'all want to talk this hip hop shit. Y'all don't know what's really behind it. Y'all don't know what's really going on. Y'all don't even know that the whole Diddy shit came out because of sex trafficking. And because Diddy had an island, like Epstein did. Y'all don't even know that they used Diddy so we could stop talking about Epstein. That's what they used Diddy for. That's what they used Diddy for. Talk about Diddy so we could, while we trying to cover up the Epstein files. Even though Diddy was on the list, Jay-Z was on the list, Russell Simmons was on the list, just like all of them other people who was on Epstein Island, just like they all was on Star Island with Diddy. So yes, Diddy was set up. But guess what? It's not a setup when you sign up for it. See, you can't call it a setup when you sign up. See, it's not a setup when you sign up. See, he signed up for this. See, the devil not going to tell you what your fate going to be. He ain't going to tell you what it is. See, Diddy didn't think they were going to do him like Epstein, but they did. But they did. But they did. Who was Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell? Cassie. Cassie was Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell. See what happens? You get in bed with small hats. Huh, nigga? The small hat Negro connection. Why you think Russell had to go on a run? All this shit is traced back to Epstein. Harvey Weinstein. All this traces back to Epstein. Do the research. They all go back to Jeffrey Epstein. Harvey Weinstein. Who's connected to Harvey Weinstein? Russell Simmons. Who else is connected to Harvey Weinstein? Oprah. Who else is connected to Harvey Weinstein? Who's connected to Oprah? Who's connected to Harvey? Tyler Perry. The Negro small hat connection. Then you find out they all weirdos and perverts. All these niggas who connected to these small hats live the same lifestyle as these small hats. They like harming children, like the small hats. They like hurting children. They like sacrificing children. Yeah. They like little girls and little boys. They like to turn out little boys and little girls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, pay attention. Pay attention. Oh, so y'all forgot that Floyd Mayweather's daughter has a child by NBA YoungBoy? Y'all still think all this stuff is not connected? Y'all still believe that this stuff is not connected? Yaya Mayweather has a child by NBA YoungBoy. Small hat. See, it's all connected. How you think Yaya got out of the trouble she got in? Small hat connection. How you think NBA YoungBoy did his little bit of time and then stayed on house arrest for a bunch of years? And they sent his ass to Utah. Small hat connection. Yeah. You know all of that going up to where Kanye was at? Wyoming. Small hat. Small hat connection. Stop playing with me. See, y'all want to talk this hip-hop shit from a fan perspective. I'm done with being a fan. I'm a grown-ass man. I like what I like, but being a fan, I'm not a fan no more because I see things for what they are. And I see these people for who they are. You're not just an artist. You're a warlock. You're not a successful Black person. You're a witch. That's what you are. In reality, that's what you are. That's what you are. That's what you really are. Let's get back to the article. Let's see how illiterate he is. Look, he's standing there like a fly, illiterate nigga. That's why they smile. Look how he's smiling. Oh, got another nigga. Look. Look, y'all, it's right in y'all face. Illiterate niggas with money. Just like back in the day. Floyd Mayweather has filed a lawsuit claiming he was defrauded of approximately $175 million by a former close associate and others in a years-long scheme involving jewelry deals. Look, nigga shit. Look, jewelry deals, fake investments, unauthorized transfers, and a missing private jet. Nigga shit. All nigga shit. Nigga shit. See what happens when you do nigga business? See, that's what the small hats are into. They into nigga business. They love doing business with dumb niggas. Unauthorized transfers. They were sending all types of money through this nigga accounts. Jewelry deals. So that means this nigga was renting jewelry and paying it off. He ain't even own all the jewelry. Jewelry deals. Fake investments. So he had these people running shell companies that was scamming people in the industry. Unauthorized transfers in a missing private jet. $175 million. This nigga's an idiot. You let somebody take that much money from you, it's because you dumb. Straight up, it's because you're dumb. The complainant, reported by TMZ on Friday, names Jonah Rechnick, Isla Frisk Apex Ventures, and attorney Alexander Siglision as defendants. Look, this who robbed him. Apex Ventures, shell company, tore his ass up. He dumb. Mayweather alleges Rechnick, who had served as his de facto money manager. Didn't I tell you he dumb? Didn't I tell you he dumb? This nigga dumb. He dumb. He got a small hat as his money manager. See that? De facto money manager, real estate advisor, and banking middleman. Small hat. Who runs the banks? The Rothschilds. Illuminati. See, it's no longer a conspiracy. It's in our face. All you gotta do is read. He was a de facto money manager to a billionaire. To a billionaire. Not a nigga who owned his own little private company and you know, he clocking in a 100,000, 200,000. No, Floyd Mayweather is a billionaire. We talking about a billionaire. We talking about a person who brings in $100, $200 million a year. This nigga's an idiot. He knows nothing about business. He let this one man be his money manager, his real estate advisor, and his banking middleman. Gained his trust over several years before orchestrating what the suit describes as a giant setup. A giant setup. That's what all this shit has been, black man. All this get rich shit. All this be an athlete, be an entertainer, be a rapper. It's a big setup. Didn't they come back and take all of Michael Jackson shit? Huh? His family still trying to fight for something that they never gonna get. Didn't they take all the Biggie shit? Huh? What Tupac family got? Nothing. What Nipsey family got? Marathon Burger. Marathon Burger. What did Pop Smoke family get? A mural. He got a mural in his neighborhood. That's what he got. That's what he got. He got a mural in his neighborhood. That's what he got. His mom ain't getting nothing. Steve Lobel and them ain't give up a coin because they collected the life insurance policy money off of Pop Smoke's death. Because you do know when you sign to these record labels, they put $1 million life insurance policy on you. $1 million. Nothing less than $1 million. See this? Big setup. A giant setup. What you call it, Tanja? Plantation rewards. Then says, a lot of people wanting to live like the 80s and the 90s Wall Street lifestyle. Yep. Well, that shit is an illusion, man. Go watch the movie Wolf on Wall Street. A lot of this shit is an illusion, y'all. Y'all don't even realize that yet, man. A lot of this stuff is an illusion. Nightmare Trill says Floyd's $18 million watch looking like a G-Shock now. Third says, who remembers when Floyd got into some gambling financial trouble over there in Dubai and was trapped over there for a while? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We did the show about that, Third. We did the show about that. When his ass couldn't get on a plane. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you brought that up, Third, because his gambling debt could have been the precursor to them robbing his ass. You see? Because as you can see, Floyd made it back to the States. So he had to make a deal with them people. So what we hear going on right now could have been the whole setup for them people over there to get their money back. Because you do know the small hats do business with the Emirates. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? You do know Jews and Muslims is cousins, right? Huh? Oh, so you think the small hats don't go hang out in Dubai? Y'all better wake up. I'm glad you put that up there, Third. Facts. Facts, Sin. Absolutely. Come on now. Let's get back to the article. The key allegations in the lawsuit is jewelry transactions. Mayweather alleges he turned over roughly $100 million worth of jewelry to Miami jewelers, but received only about $13 million in return. A Third. Hey, bro, I think you on to something with that, man. Listen to what's going on now. See, this scheme could have been for them people to get their bread because they knew Floyd was going to run off. Them people over there in the Emirates probably felt like Floyd is going to run off with their money, so they made sure that they're going to get their money. Pay attention. He turned in $100 million worth of jewelry, but they only gave him $13 million. Now we do know that a lot of this jewelry is fake. A lot of the jewelry y'all see is fake. A lot of it. They mix stones up and everything. It's just like the drug game. It's just like the drug game. It look good, but it ain't shit. Just like the drug game. They do that in the jewelry business too. So he turned in $100 million worth of jewelry, but only got back $13 million. A substantial portion of the collection remains missing. This is what it sounds like to me, y'all. From what I'm reading so far, right? What it sounds like to me is, it sounds like Floyd made a deal with them people over there in Dubai. And what he told them was he told them, listen, I can't get y'all money if I'm stuck here. Let me get back home, make some moves so I can give y'all money. None of my money is here with me. All of my money's at home. If you let me out of here, I can get y'all money. Now, we already know that Floyd was already losing money. He was already losing money because remember, again, he had to pay for that case to go away with his daughter. He had to spend a lot of money. And plus, Floyd ain't been boxing. Floyd has a multi-million-dollar lifestyle. Floyd has to pay a lot of people. So he was losing money. And Floyd is a big-time gambler. That's how he got in trouble over there in Dubai, in case y'all didn't know. That's how he got in trouble over there. He owed them people some gambling money. Yeah. So they let his ass out. And what they did was they made sure that Small Hat took care of that business. This guy right here, Mr. Richnick. They made sure that Small Hat took care of that business. See? He made sure that Small Hat gonna take care of that business. See? Let's get back to the article. Jewelry transactions. The filing includes an alleged text exchange in which a jeweler threatened to liquidate the jewelry if payments were not made. Bingo! Didn't I tell you that, nigga? What did I tell? I just told y'all all this stuff is an illusion. This nigga had $100 million in jewelry that he only got $13 million for, and he still had jewelry that he hadn't even paid off. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making nothing up. It's right here. It's right here. The jeweler threatened to liquidate the jewelry if payments were not made. Guess what? Guess what Richnick said? He agreed. So that's why he only got back $13 million out of $100 million in jewelry, because he owed money for jewelry. Floyd still owed money for jewelry. A billionaire owing money for jewelry. That's why he only got back $13 million out of $100 million. And Richnick agreed that the jewelers can liquidate the shit. You do know part of the liquidation deal was you got to kick me back some money. You do know that, right? He didn't just let the jewelers liquidate. He got some money out of it. Let's go to the next one. See, he was robbing this dumb nigga all around the board. Rich, black, and dumb. Fake investments. A shell company by the name of what? Apex Ventures. Shell companies. See, if you know anything about scamming, right? High level scamming, how niggas get the big whips and get houses and all of that. They go through shell companies. They set up shell companies and then they dump the fake checks and the money into the accounts of the shell companies. See, you could go and dump a $15,000 check into a shell company without it getting red flagged. So you can't do that to a personal account. Because anything over $9,999.99, anything over that is a red flag. As soon as you hit 10,000, that's a red flag. But if you put it in the account of a shell company, Apex Ventures. This is how they was robbing this nigga. He's a dummy. This is what happens when you're dumb. Of course he's not going to know business because he can't read. Of course he's not going to know what's in the contract because he didn't read it because he can't read. So when you're that illiterate, what they do is everybody that's around you is robbing you because you're dumb. Because you're dumb. You're an idiot. So everybody eats off the dummy. Fake investments. Mayweather claims he wired $7.5 million into an investment deal that never materialized, with the funds disappearing. Got him. This nigga dumb. He's dumb. This is sad. This man is an idiot. Rechnick called him up and said, hey, man, I got this company right now, man. They're talking about investing big into us. Made up a whole bullshit story and had Floyd wire his company $7.5 million. And the money disappeared. Of course it disappeared because you can't find it because you can't read, stupid. And if I was your lawyer, Floyd, I would finesse you too. I would finesse you too. Because you too flashy and arrogant to be ignorant. You too flashy to be this dumb. So I wouldn't tell you the truth either if I was your lawyer, Floyd. I'll be on the same side as them small hats cleaning your dumb ass out. Because you're black, rich, and dumb. And dumb. Don't feel bad for no dumb nigga. You're a dummy who ran around and shitted on other black folks. Now your day of reckoning has come. We don't need to feel sorry for these people. People ain't never care about us. Next one. Unauthorized real estate transfer. See, this is how you know Floyd Mayweather's an idiot. See, this is how you know this man is an idiot. He literally have people around him doing criminal shit. Unauthorized real estate transfers, that's criminal. He got people around him committing financial crimes. And he don't see none of this. They're committing financial crimes in your name, you idiot, and you don't know what's going on? This has been going on for years. Years. This man's an idiot. Black, rich, and dumb. Black, rich, and stupid. This is a dumb nigga. Dumbass nigga. Unauthorized real estate transfers. So that means you and this small hat had a real estate company, a fake real estate company, and they taking people money. You don't know what's going on. You so busy being pretty boy Floyd. When your business partners are criminals, committing financial crimes, unauthorized transactions is criminal. Unauthorized transfers, that's criminal. You'll go to jail for that. That's criminal. That's criminal. These people committing crimes in your name. You don't know what's going on. You just black, rich, and dumb. That's all you are. You just dumb as hell. Shit is sad. It's sad. High class dummy. Dumb. Don't make no damn sense how stupid this man is. You got too much goddamn money to be this stupid. How the hell you still don't know how to read? You could have went bought it. You could have been went and bought Hooked on Phonics. Goddamn fool. Unauthorized real estate transfer. The suit alleges $15 million tied to a realty settlement was moved out of his accounts without his permission. They've been tearing his ass up. A realty settlement for $15 million just took it out of his account. That's how dumb he is. He's a dummy. This man's so goddamn dumb that when he don't even get alerts sent to his phone when they taking money out of his account. He don't even watch his own money. That's how dumb he is, because he dumb. He's a dumb nigga. He's stupid. And he's missing a jet. Mayweather says he unknowingly signed paperwork. Look how dumb he is. See, this is how you know he don't read. Look, y'all. Look, this is the proof right here that 50 Cent was right and that he took it back to cover up his homeboy. Look how dumb his homeboy is. Mayweather says he unknowingly signed paperwork transferring ownership of his private jet while the buyer section was left blank. This nigga can't read. I don't want to hear I bet not see none of you niggas come in my chat room or come in my comment section and tell me I'm hating on Floyd Mayweather. This nigga can't read, y'all. This is a black billionaire that cannot read. That cannot read. Look, Mayweather says he unknowingly signed paperwork. How you unknowingly sign something? Because you can't read it. Either you didn't read it or you can't read it. And you didn't read it because you can't, nigga. He unknowingly signed paperwork transferring ownership. He didn't know what he was doing because he cannot read. He can't read, y'all. This is the proof. The man can't read. The man cannot read. Look at this shit, man. It says Mayweather says he unknowingly signed paperwork transferring ownership of his private jet while the buyer section was left blank. What? He didn't see that? Come on, bruh. You missing stuff that's right in your face. That means you're illiterate. That means you're illiterate. This man is illiterate. He literally had these people controlling his life. He's an idiot. He claims he doesn't know where the proceeds from the aircraft went. Of course you don't know, you goddamn idiot. He's an idiot. This man's an idiot, y'all. This y'all man Floyd Mayweather. Black, rich, and dumb. Black, rich, but dumb. Sad. Sad. A-Team says, man, DS1, this mess is bringing water to my eyes because it's sad. Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't believe how many of these black billionaires are dumb. How many of these black rich people are not even in control of their own money? But we believe that these people are affluent and they're successful. They're pawns. We don't even know we watching a big psyop, A-Team. This whole hip hop, athletic, this shit was a big psyop for niggas. Now we learning in 2026 that all that so-called athlete, so-called black success ain't done shit for black folks. It ain't done nothing but made us bigger consumers. All we did was buy more clothes, more cars, more jewelry. That's all niggas did. See, we just found out today where Floyd Mayweather money was at. We know Jay-Z losing money. His ass about to start rapping and getting on stage again. We know Rick Ross losing money. He on YouTube trolling, trying to sell his album, trying to sell tickets for his car show. Hey, Ross, you think we don't know, nigga? The last 2 car shows was garbage? Huh? Nigga, we know. The streets spoke. They came on the internet and told us, nigga. Ain't nobody showing up to them car shows no more. The first 2 were successful. The last 2 was trash. Hey, Ross, you think we didn't know that you charging niggas to be in the car show? You charging niggas 20, 30,000 to bring their cars to your house. Oh, you think we didn't know that, Ross? So a nigga that's rich forever got to do that? Huh? Come on now. This is why we got to stop being fans, family. It's time to look at this for what it is. I'm not looking at you as no rapper. I'm looking at you as a man, as a successful black man. That's how I'm judging you now. I'm not judging you based on your raps. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not a kid. I don't look up to you because you can rap words no more. I'm a grown-ass man. Yeah, that shit sound cool, but what you doing for niggas? All that 444 talk sounds cool, but there's still rats in Marcy the size of chopped cheese hero bread. You got rats in Marcy that's the same size as a goddamn chopped cheese on a hero. That's how big them rats is in Marcy projects. Jay-Z could change that with one phone call. He could get his projects cleaned up with one phone call. One phone call. He could get it done. He could have did it a long time ago. Like they said they would, remember? Because see, remember when all these niggas broke, they promised that they gonna come back for us. Remember that? Oh, but when they don't, we still supposed to hold them down. We still supposed to uplift them. We still supposed to look up to these niggas after they lied in our face and showed us that they ain't for us. But when they on a come up, before they get the deal, they love the hood, they in the hood. These my niggas, when I get on, me and my niggas. Till that check clear. Now you don't owe niggas nothing, right? But just remember, them same niggas you said you ain't owe nothing to, now your ass going broke. That's why ain't nobody buying tickets, Jay. Because remember, you don't owe us nothing. So we ain't coming to see your punk ass. Remember that. We ain't coming to see you. Because remember, you don't owe the black community nothing. You ain't had to do nothing for us. Right. So we don't got to buy your merchandise. We don't have to buy your tickets. We don't have to buy your albums, nigga. That's how that go. So now when you get scammed out of 175 million because you a goddamn idiot, don't nobody feel sorry for you because you black. Because you a black man. I could care less, nigga. You're an idiot. You're black, rich, and dumb. So I don't respect you anyway. With all that money, you couldn't go sit at home and do reading Rainbow, nigga. You could have learned how to read in the back of your goddamn car. You could have got reading Rainbow. It's no excuse for being black, rich, and dumb. It's no excuse for being black, rich, and illiterate. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse that you sitting around flossing and shitting on black folks and throwing what you doing in black folks' face, and then we find out you ain't nothing but a fucking idiot. This is what we find out about you. All that flexing, you ain't nothing but an idiot. You ain't nothing but a show dog. Still owe for your jury, all types of shit. Got people around you committing financial crimes, or you just a whole goofy. But we still supposed to look up to these niggas and buy their music and go to their shows and talk about them and give them all its props. This nigga can't even read. This nigga can't even read. Don't tell me I need to respect this nigga. That's what my grandfather, he couldn't read that well. He had a 3rd grade education. So guess what he told me? He said, boy, take your ass to school. See, my granddaddy couldn't read. That's why he made sure I could read and write. I was reading and writing before I started school. Not only because of my parents, because my grandfather didn't play that shit. My grandfather, we couldn't walk around and be idiots. That wasn't cool. He gonna be the only illiterate nigga paying bills in the family. It ain't gonna be no more. He didn't pass that shit down his lineage. He didn't pass that down his lineage. Where you gonna just be a dumb hustler your whole life. Because that's how he had to live. Because he grew up in a time where you ain't had time to go to school if you was a boy. You had to go out there and make money because people were starving in the house. That's why my grandfather had a 3rd grade education. But guess what he told me? Hey, boy, take your ass to school. I wasn't just responsible for bringing grades and showing my parents. No, I had to show my grandfather, my father's father. I had to show him my report card. Yeah, that's how I got money from my grandfather. When I did good in school. Yeah. That's when he go in his pocket and pull that little clip off that bankroll. Here, boy, this for you doing good in school. And then he rubbed the top of my head and then tell me don't spend all my money in one day. We're never cool for black men to be dumb. Don't let nobody tell you that shit. That's a lie. My grandfather was born in 1931. Okay? My father's father, he was born in 1931. Okay? And he instilled education in his grandchildren. He used to tell me and my cousin, y'all better go to school. You know what he used to tell me and my cousin? He said, if y'all don't go to school, y'all gonna end up in jail. He told us this when we was little boys. My grandfather, who hustled, gambler, number runner for the mob, hustler his whole life, third grade education. He told us, if y'all don't go to school and get something in your head, you're gonna be in prison. He told me and my cousins this. He didn't ever glorify his lifestyle of hustling to us. We didn't even know he was hustling. We didn't learn that till we got older. We didn't know that number running was a hustle. We didn't know this stuff growing up when we was young. We just looked at it as this how Poppy was taking care of the family. But guess what he told us? He told us not to do what he did. He said, go to school. Go to school, then you ain't got to run numbers like me. You ain't got to sit here all day and do what I'm doing, son. Go to school. That's what he told me and my cousin. It's never cool to be dumb. Especially not for no black man. Because a lot of black men who had to grow up and hustle to feed their family and had to feed themselves, a lot of them wanted to go to school. A lot of them was smart enough to excel in school. They wanted to go to school. They wanted to be engineers. They wanted to be inventors. But what was going on in this country and the way of life for black folk at that time forced him to go out and get into the workforce, to go outside and find some money. See? But it's this narrative run around trying to make it seem like black men don't want an education. It's niggas like Floyd Mayweather who don't want an education. It wasn't them black men from back in the day. A lot of them black men didn't have a choice. It was either go to school and come home and don't have nothing to eat, or go outside and find something to eat. With you and your 4 or 5 brothers. You and your little sisters. That's what it was. Wasn't that for us? So they ain't never promote to us not to go to school, to get out here and chase a bag. I wasn't raised like that. Wasn't raised like that. And I come from hustlers. My grandfather, my uncles, they told us to go to school. They didn't glorify hustling. And they didn't do that to us. Yeah. You up next. Yeah. They ain't do that to us. They didn't. Get something in your head, boy. Knowledge. Learn something. Shout out to Cuzzo. Look at Cuzzo in the building. Look at Cuzzo. See? Look at Cuzzo. This is my real cousin. Junior Mafia in the building. Salute, Cuzzo. Look what he said. Facts. This is my little cousin. He know I ain't lying. We got the same goddamn grandfather. He know what I'm talking about, and he younger than me. I'm one of his older cousins. He know what I'm talking about. He know. That little black clip was something serious. Oh yeah. You know it. You know it, Fierce. You know it. You know back then when our grandfathers and our great uncles had them bank rolls, they called them mitts. They called them mitts. Grandpa back that mitt out on you. That mitt. They back that mitt out on you and pull that clip out and get the peeling. You ain't even know grandpa had all them hundreds. He get the peeling back 20s. You seeing 50s and hundreds. So he could get to a $5 bill for you. That's that Mick. Yeah, that's that Mick. How you doing, Scarlett? Pac was the best. Oh, you a Pac fan, Scarlett? Yeah, shout out to you, Scarlett. You a Pac fan, okay. Cuzzo says, my father told me stories about my great-grandfather. Come on now. Come on now. So, Cuzzo, no, I ain't up here lying. You said, who the F is Jay anyway? You know who Jay-Z is. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But shout out to y'all, man. I just wanted to bring y'all this conversation today. Like I said, we'll be back. We'll be back right here, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV with our original content. But I just wanted to speak on this, man, because this shit is embarrassing, man. It really is. And just like we watching the fall of a lot of other black men, now we're watching Floyd Mayweather, man. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is. When you sell your soul to the devil, you're going to wake up in hell. I said this already. When you sell your soul to the devil, you're going to wake up in hell. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. So now we're watching the demise of Floyd Mayweather. We're watching the demise of him. He's being crushed. How you doing, Sugar? Appreciate the pull up. A-Team says, they had to be very intelligent to run numbers. Imagine memorizing all those numbers and the folks who won. Exactly. See, A-Team, if you notice, a lot of those men from back in the day who didn't go to traditional school, a lot of them couldn't read, but a lot of them were good in math. A lot of them were very strong in reading and comprehending, but they was good with math. They were good with numbers. That was my grandfather. That's how he was able to run numbers. That's how he was able to run numbers, because he was good with math. Now all the other stuff, that was my grandmother. That's why my grandfather would just give my grandmother the money and my grandmama pay the bills and do whatever she need to do. Because whenever it came to reading comprehension and understanding what they talking about right here, that's when grandma came into play. This is where you get the narrative of grandpa didn't know nothing and grandma was the one who did this and that. The reason why grandma paid all the bills and all of that is because grandpa gave her the money, because grandpa couldn't read the bills and shit. He didn't understand what they were saying. Grandma did. See? So your grandmama wasn't doing everything. Stop lying. She was doing what your grandfather couldn't do. Read. Okay? But who kept that house financially straight? The one who was hustling, bringing in the money. You see? But over time, what happened? Things change. This is why my grandfather promoted education to us. Because a real hustler knows that you can't hustle forever. And that the only way you could change your hustle or make your hustle legit is if you have some education. This is what even the hustlers know. This is what even the hustlers know. The hustlers know this shit. Why you think in The Wire, Stringer Bell? Stringer Bell was in college. He was taking business classes in college. While he was running a whole goddamn city. Why you think they showed you this in The Wire with Stringer Bell? Because every hustler knows to legitimize their hustle, they have to have some education. I can't just do this shit with the money. I got to know who to go to. I got to know who to give my money to. I got to know how to fill the paperwork out. I have to have some education. This is why if you grew up and you had uncles and grandfathers that was hustlers and all of that, this is why they told us to go to school, man. Because they didn't want us to grow up and be like them. Because they knew that it's no future in hustling. You got to legitimize it. You got to turn your hustle into a business. See, that's what the mob did. The mob turned running numbers into the goddamn lottery. That's what the mob did. How was the mob able to do that? By teaching the next generations to go get educated. Why you think Ray Kelly was sitting on a New York police board for as long as he had? He's a mafia member. He's a mafia member. Y'all don't know that about Ray Kelly, the old police commissioner? He was down with the mafia. Did y'all know that? No. No. Because y'all don't really understand this shit. Y'all don't. But this is why y'all tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, because this is where y'all come to learn. All right? So shout out to y'all. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Like I said, we'll be back. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all stay tuned because we'll be back, like I said, with our regular content, with our regular scheduled programming. All right? So shout out to y'all. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Shout out to my lovely lady mods for coming through. Shout out to my lovely lady mods for coming through. And make sure y'all pay attention to the community tab, because I will be dropping a link to the next show. All right. So y'all stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all. And on this show coming up, I might drop the link, y'all. I might drop the link on this next show. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all get back here, man. Make sure y'all get back here. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. We might be dropping a link today. We might be dropping a link today. All right? I'm going to catch y'all at 3. Peace.